Alright then, you lot. I hope everyone had a very good Christmas. It's now, for me, now as I'm filming this, it's Boxing Day evening. 6 o'clock in the evening. So I'm getting through to some of my gifts I got for Christmas, and this is one of them. I'm very excited about this. It's I'm not really sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, to say the truth. Albrecht, not sure, but you can see what it is. So if that's how you pronounce it, then good. If it's not, then I'm sorry. Multi-standard AM, FM radio, basically. It's an AE-6110, AE-6110, or however you want to pronounce that. Now, I got this from my mum and dad for Christmas because I said I wanted a nice small little CB to stick in the car. And this is what they came up with, and I thought, well, before I take it all apart, well, not the radio, take all the box and everything, take it all out and go and try and stick it in the car, I thought it would be fun to do a little video on it, so that those of you that may be thinking about buying a small little radio to go in your car can have a look at this and see what you think about it. I really don't know, I haven't done any research on it. I know a few people on the forum, on the 4x4 forum that I go on, have one of these, and apparently it fits on the Land Rover Discovery. You got the sun visor on top of the roof where you put the sun visor down, and it's supposed to slip in there quite nicely. Judging by the size of this box, I mean, look at my hand. Look at the size of the box compared to my hand. So it's going to be a very small radio. So let's see what we got on the front of the box. It's I think it's German. I'm pretty sure it's German with a name like that. My knowledge on this brand doesn't extend very far. Cobra, Icon, Yaesu, Kenwood, all that I can help you with, but not very knowledgeable on this brand. But you don't know things until you try them, do you? So it's compact mini CB radio, all European standards, RF gain selectable, automatic squelch. 4 watts in AM. Got loads of different languages on the back there. If you read any of those languages, then brilliant. Yes, that's the box. It's a very nice box. In fact, I love nice boxes like this. You know what I mean? I almost just don't want to take the stuff out. I always keep the boxes for everything. This, by the way, come from Thunderpole, so go and have a look on Thunderpole's website if you want to get one. When you first open up the box, they've placed the instruction manual rather nicely on the top there. Deutsch, English, France, Espanol, Italian, Polish, Romanian, and I don't know what the hell Magyar is. What's that from? Madagascar or something? No idea what language Magyar is. Anyway, so there's the instruction manual. It's quite thick, but obviously it is in all of those languages, so it's going to be quite thick to cater for all those. This is what we get when we open up the box. Look at that, very nicely placed. Very nicely placed. Now, one thing I did realise, because when I got this, I thought, I'll have a quick look to see what the specs are and everything. I noticed that you can't change the microphone. You probably could do if you wanted to take the radio apart, but the microphone is not a plug-in microphone, neither is the power cord. But for a small little radio, it's not designed to be taken in and out and everywhere. Like, you know, you get the other radios, the bigger mobile radios. They're designed to be sort of taken around and unplug microphones, plug ones in. This is just designed to be placed in your car, truck, or van, or whatever you've got, and left there. That's why it's so small. So bear that in mind. You can't change to a different microphone. You've got to use the microphone that is supplied with it. So we get the main unit there. What else do we have in this box? Underneath we get a little bracket, a little mounting bracket, as you would expect. You get a spare fuse, some screws and little thumb screw things there, and your microphone hook to hook your microphone on. So that is literally all we get in the box. So you know what, it's Boxing Day and I've been really excited. I really wanted to I wanted to play with this yesterday. I wanted to come plug it in yesterday, but I really wanted to make this video on it as well, so I thought, well, I've got to wait. So I know I wasn't going to be able to make the video yesterday, I didn't have enough time. So here we go then. This is what we get. Nice little radio, look. This really is small. Look at that on my hand. Very small. That should fit in the gap that I need to fit in above the sun visor very nicely. So we've got our volume knob, which is the volume and the power on and off as well. Squelch, A&F, I guess that one is the RF gain. Emergency would be channel 9 and 19. Not sure what that button does yet. We'll have to we'll have a look at the menu in a minute. That's also obviously your squelch button. To select the channels, I'm gathering, because there's obviously no channel selector on here, as I thought. You've got up and down on the microphone only. So it's up and down on the microphone only to change your channels. You can't change the channel by looking at this radio. But it's designed, look how small and slim it is. It's fantastic. There's your PL259 connector, or SO239, or whatever they're called, I forget now. You got your external speaker plug, which was important for me because I got a funny feeling the speaker's under here, and I've got a funny feeling when I put that in the little slot above the sun visor, this might be obstructed, maybe. So I've got a little external speaker. I can just bring it round and stick a speaker next to it. There's your little power wire, which is hardwired into the back of the radio. This is all metal, by the way, or die-cast. It's die-cast. CB radio. Allen Electronics GmbH. Yeah, it's very nice. It's definitely got some weight to it, which is what you want. It's not light. It's not made of plastic, which is brilliant. In fact, the only plastic on here is probably these little knobs on the front. Nice little display. I think those are LEDs that light up. Right, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to just plug it in. I'm going to plug it into me home base power supply, obviously, and I'll give it a bit of a test, and we'll plug it in and see what the menus do and see what it's like. So give me a couple of seconds and I'll just do that. Right, I've actually been playing with it. I turned it on and there was someone there, so I've had quite a long chat. It gets very, very hot. That's one thing I will say, it does get very, very hot. There's nothing in the manual about changing the power, but I did a little bit of research online on the internet, and apparently you can set it from 25 watts to 8 watts or to 4 watts. I put mine onto a meter and it's set to 25 watts, and it gets very, very, very hot, and I've had a good chat for about half an hour. So I'm trying to work out how to change the power down, put it onto about 8 watts or 4 watts ideally. But there's nothing in the manual about how to do it. Anyway, so I have been using it, and I can say it is very, very good. So you can turn it on with the volume.
Yeah, I had it done once when I moved my neck, and I had my neck, shoulder, and my back done. It's so painful.
So some people having a chat on the channel 14. I'll just go up a few channels so that we don't get any noise. So it's a very nice little screen. You've got a little signal meter there. Auto squelch, channels, FM, you can go from... Oh, there's people on the 19 as well.
Dirty seawater, stagnant water and all that.
Go up a couple of channels. You've got RF gain there, and if you press the button, up and down button, you can change your RF gain. Put it on a scan by accident, it kept finding people. Anyway, there's a lot of people having chats on the radio around here. You've got your squelch, emergencies, 9, 19. And you press it again, it goes back to the channel you were on. There's loads of menus within it, apparently. Again, there's not a lot in the instruction manual to tell you about these menus, but from what I've just been reading briefly on the internet, there's loads of different things that are hidden and you can do inside this radio, so I'm going to be looking into those. One of them is changing the power, because mine is still roasting hot, and it's set to 25 watts apparently, according to the meter I've just plugged it into, and the fact that apparently from what I've read on the internet, that is 4, 8 and 25, when you can see when I key up, or maximum power. So I need to try and work out how to put that down to 4 so it doesn't get as hot, because where I'm going to mount it in the car it will be quite hot. But it is very good, and the people that I was speaking to said that they were getting me wonderfully, very good audio report and everything. So what I'm going to do, this was like a first look, so what I'm going to do, as I'm going to say for the moment, it's bloody fantastic radio, really good. I'm going to do some research to work out all the hidden menus and everything inside it, and then when I go and install it in the car, I'll do a video show you all how to use it and what it's like once it's in the car. So if you want to see that video, then please subscribe and stay tuned, because that'll be coming up in the next week or so, a couple of weeks, when I finally get it to go in the car and work out how to do the menus. So really pleased with it. It's a really solid, well built radio. And from what I've been reading on the internet, people that bought them are very pleased with them. Obviously, if you wanted to run a bit more power, obviously, because it's so small, you know, it's going to get really hot because it's so small. It hasn't got a big case to let all the air go through, is it? It's got no vent holes or nothing like that, no fan. So what you would need to do is you would need to run it on 4 watts and put it into an amp like this, and that way you could run some more power. If you just run 4 watts into one of these amps, it's better than running the radio on its full power. That way you save the radio. So fantastic, thanks for watching on that, everyone, and I'm really excited to be getting this in the car, so stay tuned for that.